I've earned 30 plus certifications, and I'm here to guide you to success on your exam. Welcome to the ultimate GH-100 exam masterclass. Are you ready to crack the GH-100 exam in one go? You're in the right place. In this session, we'll arm you with powerful insights and hand-picked questions that can make all the difference in your exam performance. We've scanned the web using intelligent crawlers to gather the most critical and high-impact questions, all compiled into one powerful PDF resource. You can download it from the link in the description. Not only will we explore these must-practice questions, but we'll also share real exam experiences and pro tips to give you that competitive edge. Let's dive into the key questions that could shape your success. Question 1. What is the key benefit of using a GitHub security advisory within a repository? A. It automatically reverts commits that introduce the vulnerability. B. It allows maintainers to privately disclose, discuss, and publish vulnerabilities. C. It flags all forks of the repository as vulnerable. D. It prevents users from cloning the repository until issues are resolved. Correct answer B. It allows maintainers to privately disclose, discuss, and publish vulnerabilities. Explanation. Security advisories let maintainers handle vulnerabilities privately before public disclosure. They promote secure collaboration while protecting sensitive information during remediation. Question 2. Which product's usage is not included in GitHub Enterprise Cloud's monthly metered billing report? A. GitLFS bandwidth. B. GitHub Actions minutes. C. GitHub Discussions engagement. D. GitHub Packages storage. Correct answer, C. Explanation. GitHub Discussions engagement is community interaction, not a billable resource. Metered billing tracks usage like actions, LFS, and packages instead. Question 3. Your organization wants to reduce costs. Which of the following actions should you take? A. Grant all users admin permissions. B. Remove all outside collaborators. C. Regularly audit for inactive users. D. Disable SAML SSO for members. Correct answer, C. Regularly audit for inactive users. Explanation. Auditing for inactive users helps remove unused accounts and save license costs. It ensures only active contributors consume paid resources. Question 4. You are an administrator and need to enforce a policy on forking private and internal repositories. Which options are available for configuring the policy at the enterprise level? A. Allow organization owners to administer the setting at the organization level. B. Allow people who have access to private and internal repositories to fork these repositories. C. Allow specific people or teams to fork private and internal repositories. D. Disallow repository owners from administering the setting at the repository level. E. Disallow forking of private and internal repositories. Correct answer A, B, and E. Allow organization owners to administer the setting at the organization level. Allow people who have access to private and internal repositories to fork these repositories. Disallow forking of private and internal repositories. Explanation. Admins can permit organization-level control, allow trusted users, or completely block forking. This protects sensitive code and maintains compliance. Question 5. When comparing a partner identity provider integration with a non-partner identity management solution for GitHub Enterprise Managed Users, which statement is correct? A. The non-partner identity provider integrations can utilize OIDC for authentication. B. The non-partner identity provider integrations require manual configuration of SAML 2.0 details. C. The partner identity provider integrations support fewer GitHub-supported authentication methods. D. The partner identity provider integrations rely on the partner to support the application on the partner IP. Correct answer B. The non-partner identity provider integrations require manual configuration of SAML 2.0 details. Explanation. Non-partner IDPs don't have pre-built GitHub apps, so SAML setup is manual. Partner IDPs offer streamlined, automated configuration. Question 6. Your organization is implementing team synchronization. Which of the following should you prioritize during the setup process? A. Disabling the audit log stream. B. Setting an infrequent sync schedule to reduce performance impact. C. Allowing manual updates to team memberships. D. Clearly define how identity provider groups will align with GitHub teams and roles. Correct answer D. Clearly define how identity provider groups will align with GitHub teams and roles. Explanation. Proper mapping between IDP groups and GitHub teams ensures accurate role sync. It prevents permission mismatches and automates user management effectively. Question 7. Which three of the following accurately describe how the SCIM protocol enhances user management in GitHub Enterprise Cloud? A. SCIM synchronizes changes to user attributes from the identity provider to GitHub. B. SCIM deactivates GitHub accounts when users are deleted from the identity provider. C. SCIM automatically deletes organization repositories when administrators are removed. D. SCIM automates user provisioning when new users are added to the identity provider. E. SCIM generates authentication tokens for accessing GitHub's REST API. F. SCIM configures repository permissions based on user roles within the organization. Correct answer A, B, and D. SCIM synchronizes changes to user attributes from the identity provider to GitHub. SCIM deactivates GitHub accounts when users are deleted from the identity provider. SCIM automates user provisioning when new users are added to the identity provider. Explanation. SCIM automates user lifecycle, adding, updating, and deactivating users via IDP sync. It eliminates manual user administration and improves security. Question 8. In a GitHub repository using Dependabot, which of the following best describes the purpose of the .github/dependabot.yml file? A. It configures scheduling, package ecosystems, and target directories for update checks. B. It lists commit SHAs to exclude from automatic pull requests. C. It enables GitHub to scan for secrets in dependency files. D. It encrypts dependency versions before storing them in the repo. Correct answer A. It configures scheduling, package ecosystems, and target directories for update checks. Explanation. The dependabot.yml file defines update frequency, package managers, and directories. It helps automate dependency updates safely. Question 9. How does GitHub handle secrets found via secret scanning in a public repository? A. It alerts the service provider, e.g., AWS Stripe. B. It immediately blocks the commit to protect the secret. C. It deletes the secret from the repository automatically. D. It notifies the admin via webhook. Correct answer A. It alerts the service provider, e.g., AWS Stripe. Explanation. GitHub works with service providers to revoke exposed credentials quickly. This limits potential misuse and data exposure. Question 10. How does GitHub support compliance requirements for enterprises? A. GitHub provides configurable controls such as an audit log, SAML authentication, and enterprise rule sets. B. GitHub disables all external collaboration features. C. GitHub only allows those with repository owner, admin, permissions to write changes to repositories. D. GitHub automatically encrypts user passwords and plaintext for quick access. Correct answer A. GitHub provides configurable controls such as an audit log, SAML authentication, and enterprise rule sets. Explanation: GitHub provides auditing, authentication, and policy controls to meet compliance needs. These help enterprises maintain governance and traceability. Question 11. Which of the following is a benefit of creating a new GitHub organization? A. Automatic inheritance of policies from other organizations. B. Reduced administrative overhead. C. Clear separation of repos, projects, teams, billing, and organization-specific policies. D. Simplified collaboration across all organizations. Correct answer: C. Clear separation of repos, projects, teams, billing, and organization-specific policies. Explanation: Each GitHub organization manages its own policies and billing separately. This provides isolation and better control for enterprise structure. Question 12. A token was used to access an organization's resource via API. What fields in the audit log help determine who used it? A. The token's permissions and the geographic region of access. B. The token expiration date. C. The GitHub Actions runner name. D. The token ID, requesting IP address, and associated user. Correct answer: D. The token ID, requesting IP address, and associated user. Explanation: Token ID, IP, and user identity help trace access activity. It enhances visibility and security investigations. Question 13. Why would someone choose to configure a security policy? A. To communicate corporate security and compliance policies for end users on a private repository. B. To provide information on an open source repository for open source collaborators and researchers that may need to report and disclose sensitive security findings to maintainers securely. C. To prevent anyone from pushing to the repository without approval. D. To define which open source packages are permitted for use as part of that repository. Correct answer: B. To provide information on an open source repository for open source collaborators and researchers that may need to report and disclose sensitive security findings to maintainers securely. Explanation: Security policies guide external contributors on how to responsibly disclose issues. They ensure safe and structured vulnerability reporting. Question 14. What is the effect of enforcing a policy that restricts GitHub Actions to only those created by the enterprise? A. Marketplace actions are allowed only with SSO enabled. B. Actions can only be triggered by organization members. C. Only actions created within the enterprise are allowed. D. All public actions are allowed. Correct answer: C. Only actions created within the enterprise are allowed. Explanation: Restricting to enterprise-created actions prevents external untrusted code execution. This enhances security for CI/CD workflows. Question 15. Which of the following accurately contrasts a GitHub app and a GitHub action? A. GitHub Actions can only be used to respond to events within a single repository, while GitHub Apps can respond to events from multiple repositories. B. GitHub Actions are limited to reading repository content only. C. GitHub Apps can only be used inside .github/workflows. D. GitHub Apps run only on GitHub-provided virtual machines, while GitHub Actions run only on customer-hosted machines. Correct answer: A. GitHub Actions can only be used to respond to events within a single repository, while GitHub Apps can respond to events from multiple repositories. Explanation: GitHub Apps can integrate across multiple repositories and organizations. GitHub Actions work per repository, automating specific workflows. Question 16. What do you need to successfully generate a support bundle on a GitHub Enterprise server? A. Approval from GitHub support. B. A custom GitHub action in the root repo. C. Administrator SSH access to the appliance. D. A GitHub app with read, org permissions. Correct answer, C. Administrator SSH access to the appliance. Explanation. SSH access lets admins collect system logs and diagnostics for troubleshooting. Support bundles aid and technical assistance from GitHub. Question 17. Which of the following is the responsibility of a team maintainer in a GitHub organization? A. Modifying organization-wide settings. B. Managing nested subteams. C. Adding or removing team members. D. Deleting repositories assigned to the team. Correct answer, B and C. Managing nested subteams. Adding or removing team members. Explanation. Team maintainers manage team structure and membership. They help organize roles without global admin rights. Question 18. Which of the following is a key benefit of setting default read permissions across organizations? A. Suits environments where all users need write access. B. Improves collaboration by allowing users to modify content directly. C. Increases efficiency in content creation and updates. D. Enhances security by minimizing unintended modifications. Correct answer, D. Enhances security by minimizing unintended modifications. Explanation. Default read access prevents unauthorized edits to repositories. It helps maintain content integrity and security. Question 19. What benefit does GitHub Advanced Security provide? A. Helps enterprise administrators improve and maintain network security for their GitHub Enterprise server instances. B. Helps developers improve and maintain the security and quality of code. C. Helps organization administrators analyze and configure permissions to the least privilege required. D. Helps organization administrators manage security tokens. Correct answer, B. Helps developers improve and maintain the security and quality of code. Explanation. GitHub Advanced Security adds code scanning, secret detection, and dependency alerts. It empowers developers to secure code early in development. Question 20. What distinguishes Enterprise Managed Users (EMUs) from standard GitHub accounts? A. EMUs are fully controlled by an IDP and cannot log in with personal credentials. B. EMUs can only be created using email invites. C. EMUs are managed in GitHub and use GitHub authentication. D. EMUs are only available for GitHub Enterprise Server. Correct answer, A. EMUs are fully controlled by an IDP and cannot log in with personal credentials. Explanation. EMUs are centrally managed via identity providers for full control. This ensures strict corporate identity governance. Question 21. Which of the following are valid ways to pass data to a reusable workflow in a separate repository? A. Use environment variables to pass data directly to the reusable workflow. B. Define inputs in the reusable workflow and pass values from the calling workflow. C. Define the secrets in the caller repository and call the reusable workflow using the secrets keyword. D. Define the secrets in the reusable workflows repository and reference the secret using the secrets context. Correct answer, B and C. Define inputs in the reusable workflow and pass values from the calling workflow. Define the secrets in the caller repository and call the reusable workflow using the secrets keyword. Explanation. Inputs and secrets are the supported ways to pass data to reusable workflows. They enable flexible, secure automation between repositories. Question 22. Which of the following GitHub token types supports fine-grained repository permissions and is recommended for CI/CD automation? A. Personal Access Tokens (PATs). B. GitHub App Installation Access Tokens. C. Device Tokens. D. OAuth Tokens. Correct answer B. GitHub App Installation Access Tokens. Explanation. GitHub App Tokens are scoped and time-limited, reducing exposure risk. They're best suited for secure CI/CD pipelines. Question 23. Which Git operation is not included in the Git activity audit log? A. Delete branch. B. Fetch. C. Push. D. Clone. Correct answer A. Delete branch. Explanation. Delete branch isn't recorded in the audit log's Git activity section. Only actions like fetch, push, and clone are logged. Question 24. You have subscribed to GitHub Premium Support, and you need to submit a support ticket. GitHub Premium Support can help you with A. Writing scripts. B. Installing GitHub Enterprise Server. C. Setting up hardware. D. Integrating with third-party applications. Correct answer B. Installing GitHub Enterprise Server. Explanation. Premium support assists with GitHub product setup and configuration. It doesn't cover custom scripting or hardware tasks. Question 25. Which GitHub feature is responsible for tracking dependencies and known vulnerabilities in those dependencies from an advisory database? A. Repository Insights. B. Dependency Graph. C. Security Policy. D. CodeQL. Correct answer B. Dependency Graph. Explanation. The dependency graph visualizes package relationships and vulnerability status. It's a core part of GitHub's security scanning. Question 26. Why is a GitHub app preferred over a PAT for machine authentication? A. GitHub apps are required to pass SAML assertions. B. GitHub apps have time-limited installation tokens with scoped access. C. PATs cannot be used in GitHub Actions. D. PATs support fewer GitHub APIs than apps. Correct answer B. GitHub apps have time-limited installation tokens with scoped access. Explanation. GitHub apps use fine-grained, expiring tokens, safer than long-lived PATs. They're designed for automation and least privilege access. Question 27. What is the new capability of GitHub's billing dashboard? A. Automatically removes unused users from billing. B. Enables tracking of GitHub Copilot usage by user. C. Allows self-service plan upgrades. D. Offers real-time Slack alerts for billing. Correct answer B. Enables tracking of GitHub Copilot usage by user. Explanation. The billing dashboard now lets admins view individual Copilot usage. This helps track costs and adoption across teams. Question 28. You need to contact GitHub Premium Support. What are valid reasons for submitting a support ticket? A. License renewal. B. Hardware setup issues or errors. C. Business impact from security issues within your organization. D. Outages on GitHub.com affecting core Git functionality. Correct answer, C and D. Business impact from security issues within your organization. Outages on GitHub.com affecting core Git functionality. Explanation. Support helps with production impacting issues and GitHub outages. Administrative or hardware requests aren't handled. Question 29. You discover that a secret, e.g., a token or password, was accidentally committed to a GitHub repository. What is the first step you should take to mitigate the risk? A. Contact GitHub support to remove the secret from all forks and clones of the repository. B. Revoke and/or rotate the secret to render it unusable, then assess whether history rewriting is necessary. C. Rewrite the repository history using Git filter repo or BFG repo cleaner to remove the secret from all commits. D. Delete the repository and create a new one to ensure the secret is no longer accessible. Correct answer B. Revoke and/or rotate the secret to render it unusable, then assess whether history rewriting is necessary. Explanation. Revoking the secret stops immediate misuse before cleaning repo history. It's the fastest way to contain the risk. Question 30. A team member is unable to push to a repository due to a 403 error related to branch protection. What should the GitHub Enterprise Administrator do first? A. Remove the user from the team and re-add them. B. Check the user's permissions and rule sets applied to the branch. C. Raise a GitHub support request for permissions issues. D. Revert the branch to an earlier state. Correct answer B. Check the user's permissions and rule sets applied to the branch. Explanation. Branch protection rules often restrict pushes. Review permissions first. Fixing policy settings usually resolves the issue quickly. Please revise full PDF 2 to 3 times for 100% success. Check the description for the PDF download link and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for upcoming episodes. Thank you.